Hi, I'm Miguel. I'm a development engineer here at Rotech, and today I'm going to be showing you how easy it is to use our printers when it comes to turning it on and off, operating it, changing ink cartridges, and how operator friendly it can all be as well. To show the versatility and reliability of the thermal inkjet system, I've got a printer set up here that's plugged into a standard 13 amp socket, same one that's in your office or at your house. I have a card right here, an empty card, and I'm just going to put it on the rig and line it up with the tape markings I made. So when you're ready to start your run, if the system's already on, you get your ink cartridge and remove the clip. Put the clip away, it's someplace where you're not going to lose it, and just give the cartridge a couple wipes just to draw out any dried ink that could be on the nozzles. I'm then going to pop the cartridge into the printer. When all goes green, I'll check on the screen, ink level is 99%, everything looks good, and I will do a print. And that's the print right there. Let's say that was the final print of the day. It's the end of the run. To shut everything down, all you gotta do is first take the cartridge out, can't forget that, and put it back in its clip. You then want to store this somewhere safe. And to shut down the actual printer itself, you don't need to allot time to have a whole shutdown process or procedure. All you gotta do is unplug it from the wall or turn off your outlet. And that's it, the printer turns off. Now you can leave this for a day, a week, or even a month, and it can just stay in this state for as long as you need it to. So it's been however long you needed, and you want to start printing again. To start off with, instead of needing to set up X amount of minutes for the startup process to begin, you just get the plug it into the socket, and give it some power. Now while it's starting up, I'm going to get my ink cartridge, and just like you'd normally do whenever you start a print, just get it and wipe it on some lint-free cloth just to get off any dried ink that's still on the nozzles. Now you can still plug this in while it's turning on. So that's what I'm going to do here. In fact, it's actually finished turning on. And that's really the benefit of this whole system, is that your downtime is greatly reduced, because while it's turning on, you can already be wiping the cartridge and putting it in. What I'm going to do quickly is I'm just going to check, yes, this is what I want to print. My ink level looks good. Everything looks all right to print. And I'll just do a print. And as you can see here, even after leaving it for however long and taking the cartridge out and putting it in, it'll print in the exact same place as the first time. So what we have here is a format that's set up so that it has the time and date. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a print with one color and then swap to another color and do another print. So I'm going to start off with the black ink, just give it a wipe, and then pop it into the printer. I'm then going to get a card and line it up, and then I'm going to do one print. So there's my black print. I'm going to put it aside, and very quickly I'm going to clip the old cartridge, open up the red one, give it a wipe again, pop it in, and put the card down and do another print. So here you can see, in a matter of seconds, we swap from black to red ink. So to get a copy of the printer onto the USB stick, what you want to do first is just plug the USB stick in. So once I plug it in, you'll see the amber light flash and then go solid. Once it goes solid, this means that all the data of the printer is now in the USB stick and you can make your format. This is the iDesign software, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a quick and easy format and then load it to my printer. What I've done is I've selected the label editor here, which will open up this page. To make it larger, you can click and drag this just so you can see what you're working with a bit better. I'm going to start off by putting a best before date, which is static text. So I'll click here on the text box at 4mm and just say best before, colon. Okay. And then I want my best before date to be a week ahead. So I can click here on the auto date function and make it 7 days ahead of time. Okay. But perhaps I want slashes instead of dots. So I can go back in, and in between each of these, I can put a slash. There we go, I'm happy with that. Next, I want to add a QR code, for example. So I can go here to my barcode types. QR code is already selected, I click OK. And then we'll have it say rotechmachines.com. Okay, and I can bring this to the side, shrink it down a bit. And I'm pretty happy with how this looks. When I'm happy, I can press save and save it as video test. Once I'm happy with my format, I'm going to plug in a USB stick that has been plugged into my printer already. This is because once I plug the USB stick into the printer, it makes a copy of itself into the USB stick that I can access. I'm going to go up here to the printer icon, and there's my printer right now. I'm then going to go to label backup and send my format that I made video test. I just press send. And instead of saving it into a memory slot, I'm going to save it as the name video test. This means that since I'm using the Quadro, I'll be able to select it from the list of available formats. And then it sends. All you have to do is eject your USB stick and plug it back into the printer. Once you're finished making your format, you just get your USB stick and plug it back into the printer. You'll see the amber light start flashing again. And when it goes solid, that's how you know that all the data of the stick is back into the printer. Now I can go on my screen and I can start printing using video test and press start. And there's the format we just made. I'm just going to quickly print out the format we just made. So I'll uncap my cartridge and give it a couple wipes to get rid of any dried ink on the nozzles. Again, not putting too much pressure as I wipe it. I'm going to put it back into my printer. And when that goes green, inks at 99%, I put my card into the rig and line it up. And I'll do a print. There it is right there.